Hey guys, I'm Lily and I write about travel and running over at my blog imperfectidealist.com. I recently took a trip to Quebec City and Montreal from Boston, and that's where I had the chance to visit the Hôtel de Glace, or the Ice Hotel in Quebec. In this video, I'll be taking you on a tour of the Ice Hotel, discussing everything you need to know to visit, and sharing whether or not I think the Ice Hotel is worth visiting in the first place, as tickets and transport aren't cheap. To clarify, I didn't actually stay in the Hôtel de Glace, I only visited, so this tour, in my opinion, will be based on a visitor's perspective. As you probably noticed, I am going to be pronouncing Hôtel de Glace and Quebec the French way. I never know whether I should risk sounding pretentious and pronounce it the real way or just pronounce it the anglicized way, but my rule of thumb tends to be that if it sounds close enough to the anglicized way, the original way, then I'll just say it the way it's supposed to be pronounced, especially since I actually speak French. So what exactly is the Hôtel de Glace? The Hôtel de Glace in Quebec is the first and only ice hotel in North America. The entire structure of the hotel is built from ice and snow. The Ice Hotel isn't actually in Quebec City, but is a 40-minute drive away in a more remote and winter wonderlandy part of the Quebec region. It's part of the Valcartier Vacation Village, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's a holiday resort where you can do wintry outdoor things like tubing and skating, and also indoor activities like go to the spa or indoor water park. The Ice Hotel is open annually from January through March, and the design and theme vary each year as the hotel obviously melts and needs to be rebuilt. The first thing you'll see when you walk in the main entrance is the bar area where you can order cocktails and glasses made of ice. There are also ice tables and benches, an ice throne for those Instagram pics, and a fireplace to warm your frozen hands. From there you can walk through some more common areas with sculptures for more photo ops, and there's even an ice slide that you can go down. You'll eventually reach the rooms after wandering the manicured tunnels of ice and snow. This year there were 42 rooms, with 20 of them having a special theme and design. The other 22 aren't decorated and are pretty plain inside, but also way cheaper to stay in than the themed rooms. 2020 is actually the 20th anniversary of the hotel, and each of the themed rooms is based on one of the themes of the previous 20 years. Outside of the themed rooms, you'll see a little plaque with the name of the room and the names of its sculptors. My favorite room was the circus themed one, but all of them were really intricately designed and fun to walk through. The Hôtel de Glace also has a Nordic spa area, which is included if you stay in the Ice Hotel or if you buy a special Ice Hotel day pass and spa package. You can even get married in the Ice Hotel, as there's a chapel just for that. At this point, you might be wondering a few things about what it's like to stay in the Ice Hotel. Some of the commonly asked questions are, how do you go to the bathroom? Or how do you shower? And why are there no locks or even doors on the rooms? If I stay there, am I not only going to freeze to death, but also get all my belongings stolen, have to pee in a hole, and possibly get murdered? But fear not, when you reserve a room in the Hôtel de Glace, you actually also get a room in the Hôtel Valcartier within the vacation resort. So you're able to shower, use the bathroom, and store your luggage securely inside. This also means that if you decide you can't handle the cold, you could just go sleep in a regular old hotel room inside, though apparently a large 95% of the guests last the entire night. If you do sleep in the Ice Hotel, guests have an orientation on what to wear and how to stay warm in the cold temperatures of around 25 degrees Fahrenheit or -5 degrees Celsius. You get an insulated sleeping bag and basically leave no part of your body exposed except for your eyes and your nose. So how much does the Ice Hotel cost? This is the big question. Tickets to visit the Ice Hotel are based on your height, but basically the pre-tax price is 24 Canadian dollars or 18 US dollars for adults, and 19 Canadian dollars or 14.39 US dollars for kids and seniors. Keep in mind that these are current exchange rates as of February 2020. With this ticket, you get access to visit the Hôtel de Glace all day, but after 8 p.m., the rooms and suites are limited to guests who are spending the night. For an extra 3 to 9 Canadian dollars, you can also get a cocktail package where a drink served in an iced glass is included. This is normally cheaper than buying the day pass and getting a cocktail separately, as all drinks served in an ice glass cost about $12.50 or more Canadian dollars. I definitely go for the cocktail package if you're planning to get an iced drink. Just don't expect a generous amount of drink, as the glasses don't hold very much. I'm pretty cheap, so I didn't want to pay extra for an iced cocktail, and I also went with a shuttle bus kind of tour group, and they provided just a normal ticket and not the cocktail package to the ice hotel. But apparently the iced cocktails are pretty good, and your lips don't stick to the ice because they do treat it in a special way. So it does seem, again, like one of those novelty cool things to have. And if I had been given the choice to choose between a normal pass and the cocktail package, I would have gotten the cocktail package. If you want to stay in the ice hotel, rooms start at 400 Canadian dollars, which is about $303 US before taxes, and go all the way up to 800 Canadian dollars, which is about $606 US. And the price you pay depends on the type of room you pick and the package that you want. The prices listed online for rooms and day passes always show pre-tax prices until checkout, so just remember that the Quebec region in Canada has a very hefty sales tax of around 15 to 20%. How do you get to the ice hotel? To get there, you'll either need to drive 40 minutes from Old Quebec or take a shuttle bus. I didn't have a car, so I opted for the 3-hour shuttle bus tour offered by Old Quebec Tours. I'll link that in the description. Tickets are 54 Canadian dollars after taxes for adults and 42 for kids. And US dollars, that's about 40 for adults and 32 for kids. It's a pretty hefty price, but tickets to the ice hotel, which costs $20 US dollars after taxes for adults, those are included in the shuttle bus price. The shuttle bus is really just transportation, even though it's called a tour. So basically you're just paying $20 US for a bus ride. You only end up with about an hour at the ice hotel after factoring in transportation time, but I thought that was just the right amount of time to see everything in the hotel, take tons of pictures and videos, and then have the cold temperatures start to get to you, so you actually want to leave and go somewhere warm like the bus. So is the ice hotel worth visiting then? I'm a pretty cheap person, but I'd say that the Hôtel de Glace is absolutely worth a visit, even if you have to pay $20 for transport on top of that $20 ticket. It might seem like one of those touristy / rich people gimmicks, and it probably is that, but the interior of the ice hotel is really stunning and is an actual work of art because there are actually artists who work on the design. There also aren't a ton of ice hotels in the world, and the ones that exist are most commonly in Scandinavian countries like Norway, Sweden, Finland, and there's also one in Harbin, China. If you don't think you'll make it out to those countries anytime soon but want to see an ice hotel, then Quebec's Hôtel de Glace is the only one in North America, and it's pretty darn cool. I can't say whether or not staying in the ice hotel is worth it, but it does seem like a pretty unique experience. If I had hundreds of dollars to spend on a novelty travel experience, this might be something I'd treat myself to, but whether or not it actually is a treat is another story. It seems kind of masochistic, as you're basically paying hundreds of dollars to freeze to death. But I am a runner, and I pay hundreds of dollars for marathons, where I subject myself to hours of pain and suffering for the runner's high, so I guess paying lots of money to freeze in an ice hotel isn't too far off. In all seriousness though, people who have stayed at the Hôtel de Glace do say that they sleep really well, as the ice hotel is super quiet and dark at night, and I think the cold also helps you sleep. If you were to split the room with a friend or a partner, it could actually be a pretty fun and adventurous thing to do together, and the price per person would also be a lot more manageable. I hope you found this review and tour helpful. Let me know if you would stay at the Quebec Ice Hotel in the comments, and also let me know if you have any questions. This video is part of my new Is It Worth It series, where I review popular tourist attractions around the world, so if you like this review, feel free to subscribe for more of these. If you're also planning to visit Montreal, I reviewed the Aura light show at the famous Notre Dame Basilica, and I'll link that video below. I also have a blog and Instagram where I post more frequently, so feel free to follow along those too. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.